I've spent over 2 decades scouring the planet for adventure, the craziest extreme sports, and amazing cultures. Now I'm taking my love for travel and excitement and pairing it with all things brewed, and I'm taking you with me. So grab a tasty beverage and strap in. This ride's about to get wild. My name is Jeff Coxen. Welcome to the Brotherhood of Brew.
Right now, we're taking control. Tired of waiting for something new. Right now, we're taking control. Tired of waiting for something new.
That's right, we're back at Springfield Brewing Company. Oh, you didn't think I was just going to have one beer, did you? Eric joins me with his wife Jamie, and Graham Hunt, the owner of Downtown Tactical, who gets to tell me a little about the event that's going on, Beans and Bullets. We've had quite a day, man.
It has been nuts.
Right?
Straight up full throttle all day long.
All day, and we've it's only just started, right? This is our first full day. We got 2 more of this. So I hope you're ready.
I hope you're ready.
But I'm ready. Yeah, it's not going to be as much drinking as we did today.
Yeah, Graham's going to put you through some intense training tomorrow.
Good. I'm ready for it. So on this one, we're going to start from light to dark. So I ordered this one. It's just their IPA, Green Ghost, which we heard about earlier from him.
Yep.
So in what is it? It's after Greene County, is that right?
Greene County, yep.
So is that the county that we're in right now?
Greene County.
Well, that makes sense. So it's pretty light. This one has actually really light IBUs. It's 65 IBUs, so it goes up to 100. 100 is like really hoppy, so the lower the number on that, it's less hoppiness on it, and it's only 6.5%, so it's super crushable. But cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Awesome.
That's really good.
It's good. It's not too hoppy.
Yeah, because I know you said you don't like too
Yeah.
hoppy stuff.
Yeah.
Good.
It's
for
pretty
flavor,
mild.
Flavor profile. It's really good. Smells good.
It does smell good.
Smells like weed. This is what we say, call it dank.
Yeah.
It's really good. So you own Downtown Tactical,
I do.
So you're doing the course tomorrow.
I am. Yep.
So I know you don't want to give too much away, and I don't want you to, but what's kind of something like what's in store really? Like the short and dirty of it.
There is, yeah. So the course that we're going to go through tomorrow is the tactical rifle course.
Mm-hmm.
Tactical rifle course is for the fight that you planned on being in, right?
Yeah.
If you had a pistol, it's the fight you didn't plan on being in. This one's the other side of that.
Right.
So a lot of people know how to shoot. Shooting is a component of the fight, but it's not the fight. And so what we do is it's stress-induced training, and we're going to run everybody through stress, but also provide them with the skills and tactics necessary to be able to win that fight.
Gotcha. And so your background, you're former military.
Correct. Yep.
And then you transition. You're in civil. You said, actually, you and I talked a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
You did. Are you still doing contract work or?
Yeah. I think I'm done with the contract work.
Yeah.
We'll see. Worked overseas as a contractor for the Department of Defense and the State Department, and now I'm trying to just stay home and enjoy life in the U.S.
Yes. Yeah. There you go. So you've earned it, right?
Yeah. And it's honestly my passion is teaching, and I truly enjoy it. There's 2 types of people in this world: amateurs and professionals. Amateurs train until they get something right; they feel they've accomplished something. Professionals train until they can't get it wrong. And so the people that we're looking for are the ones that want to become professionals.
Gotcha.
And it's in whatever it may be: professional in defending themselves, providing protection for those that they love, honing a skill to a hobby that maybe they're enjoying, something to that effect.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We plan an event like this. There's only so much that you can get done in the very beginning, right? It just takes time for it to start going. You start getting closer to that deadline, and all of a sudden, I mean, Eric last year was talking to me, and days before the event, he was still standing in a forest. A literal forest.
Yeah.
Crying, going, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
And
But it worked, right?
It did. It always does. Always does. You just keep going. I think that's something from the military that we pick up, so you adapt and overcome.
Exactly.
You just adjust your fire and you keep pushing.
Yeah,
So
it is, man. And that's I've hung out with you guys for about getting close to about 24 hours now, a little over that. And I've even noticed that with just the people that are surrounding you, that it's pretty close knit. And then that's the great thing about veterans, man, is that that's a community unlike any other.
it's all about family.
And
It's a brotherhood.
and it is a real brotherhood that never ends.
Yep.
I mean, it's cradle to the grave on that
Yep.
one. So we're gonna move on to this next one here. This is a raspberry Berliner Weiss, so a German beer.
Super pretty.
It really is. It's real floral, and it's really light. It's only 4.5%, and it's really low IBU. It's only 10.
Oh wow.
So
This is the one I was curious on too.
it's gonna finish like a little bit of a sour, but it's money.
Yeah.
That's really
You get
good.
like a little grapefruit in there.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, what do they say? Light, refreshing, tart, unfiltered sour wheat ale with a bright magenta hue. Oh, it sounds so glorious. You use big words like harmonious. No, it's,
Unicorn of beer.
Yeah.
raspberry and blackberries.
This would be one that would go down like water after mowing the lawn in the summer.
And
or
I
something.
don't like sours almost at all. This is actually really good. I will honestly say this is probably the first sour I've actually enjoyed ever. And I've had a lot of sours. I was telling you earlier, I go into a brewery and they're like, "Oh, we want you to try this sour." No, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. What else do you have? You got some Pilsners?
Yeah.
I'll smash a Pilsner or maybe a Hefeweizen or something. I usually like shy away from this. I will say that right now, this is the first time I've had one where I'm going to take a second sip voluntarily. So it's actually good.
That's the first
good
one
on these
I've
guys.
ever had. That's my first.
You like it?
It's different. It's not
different.
bad. Like
Different.
it doesn't taste bad. It's light.
Sours are different, man.
yeah.
And I always make fun of my friends who like it. There's like, it's a wine cooler. And they're
Well, I
like,
was
no,
gonna
it's
say,
not.
almost got like a
But-
wine cooler feel.
Yeah,
to
which
it,
it's
but
way different. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the brewing process is really cool on these, and it's something like you have to train your palate to certain things. Like I didn't like wine at first, and then until my mid-20s when I really started forcing myself to really like wine because I grew up in an industry, in the auto industry, where I was the youngest manager usually by 10 to 15, 20 years. And so all these guys are, I'm 23, 24 years old, and they're like, yeah, we're going to go to this wine bar and have cigars and drink some wine. And I'm like, I'm going to go have a Budweiser at my house and, hang out with my buddies. And it got to a point where it was like I wanted to be in that camaraderie and get their trust and grow up.
Yeah.
And I was like, so now I'm down at the wine bar. I'm like, what's good, And I'm like going through all this stuff, and I found out that I liked Merlots at first, and then I moved to Pinots. And all of a sudden, it was just training my palate. And I was like drinking some stuff I didn't like, but by halfway through the bottle, I was like, oh, it's really not that bad. I mean, half of that's your plaster. But, and then it was like the same with cigars. I found out what I liked and what your palate likes, and you just run with it. But it's kind of the same thing with guns, right? You don't like certain ones that don't feel right, and you find the one that you do, and
Yeah.
that's the one you stick with. Yeah, this is not bad at all.
It reminds me
Everybody's-
almost like a rosé. If you're talking about wine, because it's got that
It does.
smooth and crisp,
Yep.
but it's got a little bit of the tartness
Dry.
to it. Yeah, very dry.
It's really good. It's actually really refreshing. It's a good palate cleanser, especially for us going to that dark beer next.
So I guess I should go back
Clean
to this
your
one real
palate.
quick and clean my palate.
Clean your palate. There you go. Pinky's out. So you do a lot of behind the scenes in this
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
This is your second year doing this.
Forgot your six?
Yeah.
And yes.
Getting the beans and
the bullets?
going together. How's this experience for you? Like, is this something completely different for you?
Yes and no. I mean, in regards to the event, I've been doing events and marketing and stuff for 15 years. And so that aspect is
It's nothing new.
Nothing
Yeah.
new. But I grew up with a hunting family. I grew up in Idaho, and so we all had guns and hunted, but I've never really shot a gun, until I met Eric and Graham. And so it's been interesting to try to take the marketing stuff from behind the scenes and reach their demographic that they're trying to reach and talk in that language.
Yeah.
When you're posting and stuff, because I can't post what I know. I have to really research what I'm posting and make sure that it's appropriate. I've gotten in trouble a couple of times.
It's a learning phase.
Because
right?
I didn't do the right thing or I wasn't thinking. And especially now in this day and
I've
age.
gotten in trouble a couple times too. For
Yeah.
trying to do the things that she's good at.
Yeah.
Right? That's good. It's a team, right?
Mhm.
What do they say? Teamwork makes the dream work?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's cheesy.
Very.
It's true, though.
It is
It's true.
absolutely. And none of this could happen without her.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like the foundation behind the scenes. None of it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to the last one here. So this is a
do we got?
Mud House Stout.
Ooh,
So coffee stout,
This one smelled really
which
good.
is we got to get you in a brewery, man.
we'll get
We
there.
got to get you teamed up.
We'll get there.
Oh, this is
It
good.
smells
So this
really
is
good.
gonna be,
When they first
this is
brought
a
this
little
out.
bit heavier. This is actually a really on it's not aged, so it's going to be lighter. But this is a lighter stout at 5.9, so less than 6. Crushable. It's something you can drink. This is probably a dark beer you can drink in the summer. And then IBUs don't really matter on these things because it's a 33, but it smells delicious. You can smell the coffee right away. That's a
Oh,
super
that's
light
good.
stout. That's really good.
That's a very
Yeah.
light stout. It's
It's
like
almost like a
chocolate
nitro
milk.
coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like nice ice brew, cold brew.
Can you drink this in the morning?
You'll get a lot done.
I won't judge. I won't judge at all.
It's like morning coffee. This is great.
It's really good.
How do you like your
You know-
darks? You like them warm or
What's that?
how do you like your darks? Warm?
It
cold?
depends on the thickness. Aged barrel, I like to have a room temperature. Or what I like to do is we'll use a tulip glass like this, and we'll fill it up. And then by the time it gets about halfway down with holding it, you start out with it being cold. It's really good. It has that crispness to it. That's where you're getting that carbonation. And the older it gets, the more you sit there and sip on it. The creamier it gets, and the warmer it gets, and then so you get like the best of both worlds. But I have some bottles that I'll never chill because I've had them previously. I'll buy like 2 or 3 bottles at a time and let them age, and I'll know off the first one whether or not the next 2 how I'm going to drink them. And so sometimes I'll have one that's like I was telling you, I have a bottle. It's a 2008, and it was best warm. We found that out after the first bottle. We're like, by the time we had our last glasses, it was way better than the first one, and it was like noticeably different. So it just depends. But some of them are just better cold.
Yep.
I think I prefer it room temperature, but something this light I would not like. This is really light. I mean, 5.9. Your typical stout is 9 or better.
Yeah.
This has some wow flavor, man.
Yeah,
It's
good,
some
isn't
really
it?
good flavor.
Yeah.
It's really good.
The aroma
You and
is
I
good.
were working on your truck one night.
Okay.
Remember? And we did this Instagram post of the coffee. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning or
Let's
something.
set it up.
when we
here.
were going to
were
Overland
going
West.
Overland West. Crash
Oh, really?
course to get out to Overland West. It was one of those.
Good old Tucson.
Yeah.
You talk about the teamwork again, coming out of the woodwork. Graham there till 2, 3 in the morning every night. Turn around, going to work himself, and then.
Yeah.
But we were under. I think we were doing diff fluid or something. The last minute stuff.
Yeah. Well, changed out a rear plate and
Yeah.
We were doing a lot, man. Put on
It was
fenders. We
nuts.
were doing yeah, we were doing a lot.
It's always last minute bullshit for
Always.
trade shows, right?
Oh yeah.
But
And you know it 6 months in advance. You got to get all this shit
But
done. But then
that's
you order it and it's like all comes at once and a week
Yeah,
before.
and it's you
Yeah.
keep going,
Yeah.
you keep going, and it's like you said, all that stuff came at once,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay,
Where do I
got
even start?
3
Yeah.
days. What do we do?
Yeah.
You gotta go.
I was up in St. Louis, I think, originally, and
Yeah.
he's called. He's like, "What are you doing? Can you help?" And I'm like, "Well, I can be there in a few hours." And I and my family were going through the arch, but we headed down there, and it had to be like 2 in the morning, and you brewed us some coffee, and we did a nice little post. Next time, this would have been great.
Speaking
that
of
night.
coffee, I'm going to probably have to call it early night because I'm still on West Coast time after yesterday. Didn't get much sleep. You're bringing coffee in the morning, right?
Procaffeinated.
Perfect. Well, guys, thank you. Gals, too. I appreciate you doing this.
It was awesome.
This is awesome. Oh,
Good.
there you go.
Gotcha.
Tippy tap. There we go. Yeah, it's great.
I think this is my favorite.
Can't wait for
one.
tomorrow.
I think it's
Yeah?
my favorite one.
What's your favorite one?
I'd have to go with the lighter one.
The IPA?
Yeah, which
Really?
is shocking.
I go
This
over
is-
there. I was like, hey, what beers don't you like? She's like, I don't really like. I'm not a huge fan of IPAs. I don't like them hoppy. She picks the IPA.
Yeah, I'm not a fruity person. I'm not a tart person, and I typically don't do a stout. The stout's great, but I'm gonna have to go with the IPA.
You?
Same.
IPA?
Yep.
I'm
That's
typically
yours?
not a stout person, but
Yeah.
this is.
You're a stout guy. I'm not gonna lie.
But I like my Hefeweizens, and
Yes. Good.
That's
Wheat
that's my
beers.
yeah. That's my go-to.
Yeah.
But this
So
is
you're a big
good.
Viking son of a bitch. I can see you like it. I cannot believe I'm going to do this, but the raspberry Berliner Weiss. I
Nice.
cannot believe this. I'm going to get so much shit on social
Well,
media.
I was like, do we need to take a man card? Or
Yeah.
It's actually it's good.
It's
I've never had that.
really
before.
good and refreshing. And like I like the stout. It's good. I like my stouts thicker. It's a really light stout, which is really hard to find.
Yeah.
Money. That's great. Super crushable, super drinkable IPA. excuse me. But it's really hard to put yourself when you're in a sea of IPAs. You got to do something really special to hang out. This is really good. I could drink this any day of the week. But this surprised the shit out of me, and I cannot believe it. And I already know my friend Jessie. She is going to never let me live this down because she's like, you're gonna find a sour that you like, and you're gonna stick with it. But most of all, I got to deal with my buddy Tony. Tony Satamian is his name. And I have been giving him shit for probably 4 years about sours. It's all he drinks. And I already know what I'm going to get, but it was worth it. It's good.
It's pink too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, pinky up.
Hold your watches high, boys. It's going to get deep.
Yeah. Cool. All right, guys.
This is good.
Cheers again.
Yeah.
Let's go. Cool. Let's go shoot shit. It's not every day that I get to be involved with something this amazing. Eric has put in months, if not years, of work into these Beans and Bullets events. And if you're not familiar with it, he's commemorating the life of a fallen hero. So in this case, it was CW2 Johnathan Buffett. The cool thing about this is we're actually in the same hotel as the family that he's honoring. And they don't know that they have a surprise escort to their next event today. Although we are here to drink beer, have some fun, and do a little bit of filming, we were also hired by Eric to film a pilot for his new series on what he does with Got Your Six.
Come on, pull your feet, pull your legs to the crazy.
Chief Warrant Officer Johnathan Buffett. He lived from 84 to 2011. At the time of his death, he was the youngest helicopter and fixed-wing airplane pilot in the United States Army. He died tragic motorcycle accident while stationed at Camp Humphreys, South Korea.
I was actually in Korea when that tragic accident happened.
Small world. Yeah. The family's here. We've got mom and dad, Bev and Tony. Tony is a retired Army guy as well. We've got Jonathan's brother, Richard, is going through the class. He wanted to, one of his goals and dreams in life is to become a police officer. So we're putting him through this training, getting him surrounded by like-minded individuals so he can be surrounded by giants and soak it up.
Thank you for the opportunity. You know,
It's an honor to be here.
Yeah,
You guys,
it's an honor.
you guys are awesome, and I was driving the car coming up here, and I passed a couple of you, and sorry. Thank you, man.
all good, brother.
They put me on that list of going, and speaking of going, I'm going.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, sir. We're putting on an event today called Beans and Bullets Reloaded. We're putting 31st responders and veterans through 2 days of tactical rifle training. We put on this event because first off, we want to say thank you to those who don a uniform of service. The second part is we use the event as a way to gift them expensive high caliber training and gear that they can take back to serve them and their communities. And the third reason we put on this event is to commemorate the life of a fallen hero and bless the family. So we've got the family here today. We are here at Best Western Plus in Bolivar. The plan is to drive from here, motorcycle escort, all the way down to Alamo Draft House in Springfield. Alamo Draft House has been an amazing sponsor. They're giving them tickets and meal vouchers for the day so that they can go enjoy Ford versus Ferrari. I believe is what everybody's gonna check. Lucky, because I want to see that. I will soon. So from there, production crew, we're breaking off. We got to go up to Buffalo to get more stuff done. My understanding is you've got one that's going to stay and watch the movie.
Roger.
Roger. Okay, and then after that, there'll be a group that will be escorting you from Alamo Draft House up to the range. If we could, everybody stay in the right-hand lane. Try and stay so we don't have people cutting in between us, and just know that production and potentially some of the cars will be pulling out and doing drive-bys, and we'll be getting video footage of all that stuff. So we're gonna have some fun, and greatly appreciate you guys for showing up today. It means the world to me. For those that don't know, we're here commemorating the life of CW2 Johnathan Buffett. He lived from '84 to 2011. At the time of his death, he was the youngest helicopter and fixed-wing airplane pilot in the United States Army. He died while he was in a tragic motorcycle accident while he was stationed at Camp Humphreys in South Korea. And my understanding is we have one gentleman here that was there in Korea. So, again, thank you for everybody showing up. Thank you. Let's go have some fun. Got a little squirrely on one part. We had to catch up. But.
It was so awesome. What'd you bring me?
Did you take one?
Marcy, Jeff, Marcy.
Okay.
Greatly appreciate you helping us out with getting them set up with your pro for the event.
Good. Awesome. It's exciting.
Sweet.
Okay.
This way?
Yeah,
Have
well,
fun.
come on back.
Tell my mom I love her.
I'm just gonna sit you somewhere here and
Okay.
look in your ears.
All right.
Make sure we're clean and clear and healthy.
I'm a waxy ear person, unfortunately.
That's
But-
okay. Actually, no.
No?
Did you clean up for today?
Yesterday. I think I forgot this morning. I didn't know we were doing this today, actually. I thought we were doing it tomorrow.
Those are very clean. You
Look
did
at that.
good.
Well, when there's nothing in between, the air cleans it all out.
You excited to have some good stuff?
Actually, yeah. You know, I don't hear very well because of a lot of concerts.
Okay.
Used to do a lot of photography with concerts, and I never really wore ear protection and guns. So yeah.
Even some of the places you film at are kind of loud, aren't they?
Oh yeah, yeah. Breweries can get really loud.
Yep, the breweries.
A lot of hot rod events and drag racing. Well, when I drag raced and stuff when I was younger, I always wore ear protection. You had to; it was mandatory.
Yes.
But now that I'm older and my wife is constantly like, "Did you hear me?" You know, I'm finding it more important to wear more ear protection. So this is quite a treat.
Well, good. Awesome. Well, I'm glad to have you. Okay, I'm just going to put this little foam in your ear.
Okay.
Sometimes it's not the most comfortable, but
That's fine.
I won't hurt you, I promise.
Mhm.
So how was your morning?
Morning was pretty awesome. That was pretty special seeing all that.
Yes. Okay, so now I'm just mixing up the impression material. We'll put it in your ears. It takes like 5 minutes to set.
Okay.
So you won't be able to hear much when we get these in.
It's alright, I hear these assholes long enough already.
Okay.
Wow, that is weird.
Is it weird?
That is so weird.
The other guys have theirs on today?
I would assume so. We haven't been out there yet.
Okay.
That feels weird and sounds weird. It's like, I don't know how to describe that.
Yeah.
What's it look like?
Princess Leia.
Or
So you can't hear a thing. That's so crazy. You can't hear a thing.
I can hear like a muffle.
Wow.
yeah,
it.
because we hear by air and we hear by bone. So even if you block the airway path, you can still hear by bone. I didn't have any beer samples for you. No wine. I should have, huh?
Hope it pulls out a bunch of nasty wax.
There's one.
Yeah.
That's gnarly. He just pulled like a clam out of my ear.
Well, now your ears will be exceptionally clean, huh?
Yeah, no shit, huh?
Can you hear?
I could hear
There
a
they
mouse
are.
fart from a county away.
What?
Oh, that's cool, dude.
Times the fight does not stay standing. Keep your dominant hand on the pistol grip, finger off the trigger, weapon on safe. If you need to use your hand to get up, use your hand, but keep that rifle pointed down range. Tracking? Yeah. On your backs. Two, into the groin. Two, into the heart. Two, into the heart. Two, into the brain. Fight!
Getting emotional because it's been a crazy 3 months and lots of hurdles and everything going on, but the reason we do this is to say thank you to you guys, to give you high caliber training and equipment that you can take back to serve you guys and to serve the community. And then we also do this as a way to commemorate the life of a fallen hero. And this year, our fallen hero is Chief Warrant Officer Johnathan Buffett. If you have had the chance, Richard, that's Richard's brother. And I've got the rest of the family here, Tony, Bev, Christina, all the kiddos, Heather, Richard. So they've been out today, Alamo Draft House, hooked them up. They've been lucky. They got to go see Ford versus Ferrari today, and had a motorcycle escort and escorted by some fancy cars and all that fun stuff. So just wanted to let you know that these are our distinguished guests. We're here. Hope you guys are having fun. A lot of people have put a lot of work into this. Tim Tilton, where you at, Tim?
He's
Down here. I can tell you what, that man right there, him and his team have bent over backwards over the last couple days to put the finishing touches and make this shiny and nice and pretty. And can't say enough about Tim. And so anyway, the family, thank you guys.
And hold on, Eric. Take a moment and just thank the sponsors that helped it, because it took a lot.
Oh, that's
I know we're not going to get them all, but
a huge list of sponsors. So we'll start 511. Tim, where you at? Man, Tim, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. CrossFit Republic, High Vis, 2 Bravo, Laser Engraver, Matt Hay is involved with 2 Bravo. You've got Nut House Industries. Oh man, there's so many. Amp Research, Alamo, Best Western, Bolivar. The list goes on. There's so much behind the scenes, and we can't do this. We do this through the power of coffee. So that's how we get it done.
and Brotherhood of Brew for coming out here to make this
Yes.
happen. Yeah. Huge thank you.
Man, Brotherhood of Brew, Jeff Coxen, the entire team came out here. I'm just going to take a moment. I'm going to take it now, man. Thank you, Jeff.
Welcome, brother.
Thank you.
Bet. You still owe me breakfast.
I got axed. We'll just put it that way. I got axed, and I own breakfast. I'll get him breakfast. So I'm not. Who forgot the damn coffee? What is
There's coffee. There's nothing to brew it in.
So I take the fault on that one. I apologize. We will have everybody will be pro-caffeinated in the morning. I promise. So what does everybody prefer? Dark roast, medium roast? Which?
Yes.
Hot,
yes.
Roger that.
So you all know, the bags of coffee are here.
Yeah.
We could have been cold brewing
We
this
just
whole
didn't
time.
have anything to brew it in.
Yeah.
We can definitely cold brew it tonight.
Yeah. Cold brew. Matt, why didn't you do that, man?
They already had some.
We had like 3
Awesome.
gallons.
But
of cold
guys, hey man, again, I appreciate every one of you. I will be taking the time to come by, shake your hand, say thank you, and I appreciate the family. You guys are awesome. I can't thank you enough for
Stopping in my store, man.
yes.
I was just trying to remember.
You're an answered prayer, and I hope I am to you, to all of you. I'm here for you, whatever I can do. So, with that, hope you guys are having fun.
Yeah.
Shoot 'em up, pew pew.
All right, enough lollygagging. Get in the line, eyes and ears.
Eyes and ears.
You've shot doing a 180-degree turn. You've shot coming from the ground, fighting to a standing position. You've shot while walking. Forward and backward. We're going to combine some of those in this drill. Your target is right there. You're going to go from this side to this side, which means you're going to have to shoot, 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 shoot. There will come a point when it makes more sense than turning backwards to gun up and run. What you need to remember is that you do not stop moving. You continue to move. In fact, when you run out of bullets and you're in a reload or a transition, you should be moving faster. Moving targets are harder to hit.
And if your gun is not running, your feet probably should be. Pay attention what they're doing, see what they're doing. Maybe you can give yourself a pointer for when it's your turn up. Okay? All right, who's first?
Eyes and ears.
Eyes and ears.
Eyes and ears.
Move. And fight!
Moving! Oh, yes, come on, everybody! Get moving! Get in motion! Move your feet! Get in motion!
Moving!
Get in motion! Oh, God, I didn't get a seated magazine! Oh, the clouds are coming! Oh, get moving! So by the end of this, I'm going to ask you to list out one thing that you learned from today, not gear related, something that contributes to the training that you walked away with knowledge of today, that is an aha moment for you. All of you improved from the beginning of today till now. Who would like to start off with some ahas? Anybody? Mike.
Switching to your non-dominant. Keep your fucking hand off your ejection port. 'Cause you're gonna have a bad day.
Hand placement,
Yeah.
right? College-educated hand, GED hand, right? Your other hand doesn't know where to go and what to do, right? So it's getting that muscle memory of where to get that hand, because you can block the round coming out and cause it to malfunction. Right? Yep.
That partial transition over, that's an interesting tool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Especially when coming out from cover, which you guys will do a lot of tomorrow. Coming out from cover, it's faster, right? And it's ensuring that the least of you is exposed.
Bring your feet into your butt. Keep your knees out.
I need yoga. I learned that.
Kick your
ass. That stretch is a little rough.
Get the knees up and out of the way so that you don't have to worry about shooting a foot or shooting something getting in the way, because you start to forget about these other parts of you.
You get focused on your front sight, you get focused on your dot, you get focused on your target, and all of a sudden you forget you got big flappy things hanging out there in front of your muzzle.
Let's go ahead before it gets dark. Let's clean our gear up, and then we'll head out and get up to the Curly Q barbecue. Good job today, guys.
Get in there.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Chief.
With a day full of shooting, filming, and having fun, we wind down with some delicious barbecue at Curly Q's in Buffalo, Missouri. It's time to call it a night because tomorrow is going to be one of the most intense days we've had yet.
My name is Clinton, and I own a company called Retrobuilt. We started Retrobuilt in 05, and basically what we've done is, how it all started was we were building a 67 for a customer, and we put about 150 grand in that car. And my father said, wouldn't it have been easier to start with a new car? So we went and bought a 2005 Mustang GT and tore it apart and made it look like a 67. And that's kind of how it all started. A couple years later, Shelby called us. We got to go out and spend a week with Carol and visit with him. And this blue convertible sitting over our shoulder, actually Carol sat in that car and signed it. We have pictures and video of him doing that, and it was an awesome experience. As a company, we're a full-blown restoration for the last 27 years. We've done Superbirds, Hemi cars, pretty much anything you can mention, Camaros, Mustangs. Retrobuilt is one of our main goals, is 05 through 14. By February, we'll be offering all the way up through 20 Mustangs to do converted to look like 67 through 1970 Mustangs, convertibles, Shelbys, anything you can imagine we can do. We're going to be doing full-blown ceramic coating, high-end restoration accessories, working with Got Your Six Coffee and some four-wheel drive stuff and expedition stuff. That's going to be a whole bunch of fun.
So what's the point of looking at all these cars if we can't drive them? We grabbed the Buffett kids, threw them in the car. It's time to roll. Let's see what these babies can do. Seeing all these cars come back, like the Hellcat, which is reviving, you know, the muscle car era again.
Oh,
and
tremendous.
And they're not only tremendous for performance, but you know, reliability. That's one of those cars, like you're saying, you can go cross country with it.
Well, and that's our biggest thing. We like having fun. We like driving stuff, rain, sleet, snow, pretty days. We're not just a Sunday driver type.
Yeah.
And
well,
so
you're saying that the blue Mustang's got like over 100K on it.
The blue Mustang, that car has 127. Actually, flipped that yesterday. So
nice.
It's a lot of experience, a lot of fun, a lot of driving to shows, a lot of customers coming in, want to see our cars, throw them the keys to it, go have fun.
Awesome.
Our favorite thing to do is send somebody to the gas station.
Yeah.
Like you said yesterday, the swarms of people, we picked up the Hellcat, same deal, and that just blows their mind because they're not used to that.
Yeah.
Ben will let you have some room here.
This is pretty crazy.
Okay.
I don't know, Mom. Maybe not watch.
She's pretty good with this.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Well, that's crazy.
Isn't that pretty awesome?
Very nice.
Hey guys, so I've got somebody I want to introduce you to. Jeff Coxen with Brotherhood of Brew.
Hey guys.
He's making all of this happen. Just want to introduce you guys to Jeff, and like I said, he does all the awesome footage, and they've got an amazing team.
The crazy driving.
Yeah.
You were with me, right?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
He doesn't let anybody know. He pulls out of there and we're like, oh my, I thought we lost traction and we were spinning out or something.
Oh yeah, we did.
Just a little bit. We did a little bit. That's all.
But was it fun? That's all that matters.
Mr. Eric was fun. It was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
No, that's for sure. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you guys. And you guys having fun so far?
Yeah.
Good.
So good.
And it's only halfway through. You guys still got a whole day left of having fun, and I think we're gonna come out here and shoot some bad guys, and learn how to do that. And then we're going back out to the range again, right?
Yep. So I think right now what we'll do is we've got some pizzas. We'll get some lunch. Let them get set up with the simulator. They'll get that part done, and then you guys get to enjoy the afternoon playing some games.
And then we got another little surprise before we leave.
Ooh.
Yep. Some more fun car stuff. Hey, thanks for having us in.
You bet.
Pleasure, Mike.
Thanks for being here.
So what are we going to do today? Shoot some bad guys?
Yes, we're going to shoot some bad guys, and we also are going to identify the good guys from the bad guys.
Gotcha.
A lot of times people don't react fast enough, or they overreact. So we want to make sure that they shoot at the right people and don't hit any friendlies.
Right, that's the goal.
Yes, and to survive.
Right.
The priority is to survive an event, a deadly event.
So what's the first step of this training?
First step of this training is to identify the trainees, what they do, if they're in law enforcement, or if they are a civilian, or if they are with a church security group, or just a plain civilian who wants to be safe at home. And then we can accommodate them with the applicable scenarios that will fit their lifestyle, whether they're a civilian or law enforcement.
Gotcha.
And that way they can train on the most potential situation that may occur in the next week, the next year, or 5 years from now.
Gotcha. Sounds fun.
It is fun.
I can't wait.
We have a lot of serious stuff and a lot of fun stuff, over 1,000 scenarios with many weapons.
Holy cow.
Lethal and non-lethal.
Gotcha. What are your non-lethals?
Tasers and OC, and also the videos will react to sticks, to ASP.
Wow.
And there is a limitation verbally.
Yeah.
But we have other ones for correctional facilities that you can actually implant the answers.
Really?
Yes, sir.
That's cool.
So you'll simulate if your gun is holstered by just holding it to your side. We do have a number of holsters that we use for officers and civilians, or they can bring their own during training.
Okay.
Okay, so you're sighted in.
Okay.
And we're just going to go straight into a scenario. A lot of people, you've heard the saying, don't take a gun to a knife fight or a knife to a gunfight.
Right.
Okay, have you heard of the 21-foot rule?
No.
Okay, you're holstered. Let's say both of y'all are out behind your office and you happen to be carrying a weapon, and there's a guy out here 31 feet away, please, and he's disturbed. Law enforcement's not there yet. You see a person, and remember, your priority is to live through this unexpected event.
Yes.
Somebody verbalize, somebody cover. Got that?
Okay.
Are you ready?
And verbalizing just by saying stop?
Stop,
okay.
drop the weapon or whatever, if you have time. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
You want to shoot?
Gotta shoot.
Okay. Stop! Stop! Drop the weapon!
Event scenario is over. Now, look at your background. You're responsible for every round that leaves your weapon.
Yes.
It can be a good shoot, so to speak. It can be a legal shoot, but if you shoot a round up here, you could have a civil suit really easy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
I bet.
So let's see where the rounds hit. You don't have to shoot here. This is a debriefing. You verbalize, which could be heard or recorded by other people, which helps you in your case. Okay, that's $1 million shot right there is what they call it, okay? It could hurt somebody. They're high. Do you know why you're shooting high? Now that's going to be the blue gun over there, sir. Stress induced. You don't get that at the range. You get that in front of a simulator. It affects your accuracy. You're rushed. You're not taking time. You see a threat coming at you.
Yeah.
It's visual.
Yeah.
Okay? He may be yelling and screaming at you. I'm going to kill you. He's going to be cussing. He's going to be yelling, shock and awe type of effect. Okay, let's see where the next round. Still high. He may be drugged up. He doesn't know he's getting hit or shot at. Okay, green gun. That's yours. Those are hit zones right here. Okay? You need to hit in those hit zones for it to be a fatal shot and for it to bring him down, him or her down. Okay. Another shot from blue.
Over 4, buddy. There you go.
Following. It happens in fractions of seconds. That's how fast things. Now that's 31 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay, he almost got to you.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what could you have done if he would have kept coming? Are you going to stay still or are you going to move?
I moved.
So you go left or right, let him go by you, right?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know he's a running dead man.
Yep.
Okay? Scenario over. Now you drew your gun early.
Early, yeah.
Okay, because you were anticipating.
Yeah.
And that's understandable. What do you see there?
bulge in his
Okay.
Look, he's
So that
carrying
gives
conceal.
you a good flag, a red flag, that,
Yep.
and he's reaching. That's when you want to have that gun, and you
Yep.
may have it right behind your door, maybe, so
Yeah.
he doesn't see it. And you don't have to say anything. If you want to, you can,
Mhm.
but you might want to.
Do they react if you yell something?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Now, what are your other options besides shooting him? Right now, what could you have done if you felt he had a weapon, and you may have a weapon, you may not? What could you have done?
Drive away.
Could.
Yeah.
You could have gone forward or backwards if you were clear in the back, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
And you could have used this car as a weapon,
The door.
especially
Mhm.
it or the door. So there's other options, and that's what we hit. Are other options to use other than a deadly weapon?
Yeah.
We want to have people use the weapon only at the last resort.
Right.
Okay? Besides, it's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
Believe me, it's a lot of
And
paperwork.
grief and.
Keep engaged. Keep engaged. Look at your backgrounds. Look for friendlies.
Ah, shit.
Got a hostage. Scenario over. Okay. So, y'all decided to take a shot. Okay, let's see where the rounds hit.
That poor lady.
And somebody shot him and did not hit the hostage. Somebody was confident, okay? Practice on the range, being in front of a simulator, that gives you the confidence to take the shot. If you're not confident, don't take the shot, but you did. Lots of shots. We want to fire as few shots as possible to still stop the threat. That
Right.
way there's less danger to innocents. AR, just missed him.
Oh.
Ooh. AR.
Hope she's not a lefty.
AR, got him right on the side of the head. That was my gun.
I think that was his
That was,
shot.
I think that was his.
Mhm.
I think that was his. The blue. They are. Both of y'all got it, which is really good. Can I see that? Let me check it. See if
I was wondering why you
it
stopped.
loosens a little bit. Do you have your tool, Jackie? Let's check and see if it's tight because it's not leaking.
Why were you shooting down there?
Turn it sideways too.
He kept shooting.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my gosh.
Damn, dude. A little taking some aggression out?
He's mad at that guy.
Yeah.
Remember, in the 21st century, unlike my century of last century, they can tell when you shoot them on the ground. So, but the reason why you do that is because you're still in warrior mode.
Mm-hmm.
You're instinctively still doing it because you're scared, just like anyone else.
You don't want
and
him
so
to pop
you're
up.
trying to make sure you're safe. So it's a natural emotional reaction, which needs to be brought into court in the future. Which right now they don't.
Try that one.
They don't react to that.
Today has been a blast, but I've got one more thing up my sleeve that I want to do. I've got a car sitting outside with 707 horsepower that is just begging me to do something stupid in. Now, can we see that in slow motion?
Questions? Nope.
Fight!
Get down. Engage that target. Come back. Everybody. Cover. First man first. Take a deep breath. Move it! Move! Chicken wing.
Stay there.
Back away. Cover! Cover! Okay, Mike, go now. Blue track, 7 o'clock, 50 meters! Blue track, 7 o'clock, 50 meters! Moving! Move!
Yeah, when I saw those in the shop.
You're back first. All right, good work. Good work. How do you feel?
Both moved to clear it.
Feel good. A little intense? You guys are going.
Speed.
Gentlemen.
Okay.
Before we start.
Some of the certificates we're handing out, coffee got spilt at the last second. So if you need a new certificate because there's something on there, reach out to the shop and we'll get it there. Okay. Before we get this all on camera. So don't like, what the fuck when you're up here.
Coffee finally showed up.
The coffee was here the entire time.
Can I get the family to come up, please? As you all know, we're one of the big reasons why we're here today is to commemorate the life of CW2 Johnathan Buffett. And pretty much, these guys have been put in my path, and I've probably run them through the ringer the last couple of days. Emotional roller coaster. But to me, what it's about is sharing your stories. It's about remembering Johnathan. It's about having fun. And we all have something that we would like to give you. It's a little plaque that was made by Corey. It says, in memory of CW2 Johnathan Buffett, never forget our fallen heroes. So what I would like to do is present this to the family, and I'm asking everybody before you leave, please sign the back. Okay, there's been a lot of work that's gone into this over the last essentially 2 years leading up to this. And we've still got a lot of work to do. But we just want to say thank you to you guys.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
You're absolutely giving up. Corey. Get Corey. Get here.
It was an honor. Oh, bless your heart. Thanks.
So we also have certificates, and everybody that is here gets a little swag bag full of goodies. I understand there's a lot that was given and a lot that you guys gave, and I understand that. We're working diligently, tons of hours trying to take this to a level to where it's free for everybody. Not only free for the training, the expensive training, the meals that are catered. We're trying to take it to a point where there's much larger gifts, there's no ammo, all that, and this is where we need your help. We need you to go spread the word, talk about this, help us out. Okay, so everybody will get a certificate. We've got a swag bag full of goodies. Tim, 511, stepped up, was huge. Magpul was a big sponsor. All the sponsors, I mean, this whole event was crazy, and the after action review is going to be ridiculous. But just want to say thank you to you guys. My opinion, first responders, veterans, their families, they're the glue that keep this country together. And I'm sick and tired of some stuff, and I'm trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And if we work together, there's nothing that we can't accomplish.
Words can't describe how I feel about this weekend. We came here for a job. We didn't expect to meet so many amazing people. I don't know what to say. This has been one of the most incredible experiences of my life. 4 days of unbelievably unselfish acts for the greater good of a family. Getting to see all these veterans and first responders in action, getting hands-on training from experts, to seeing the family blessed by all these people around them to let them know that their son will never be forgotten. Springfield, Missouri, you were nothing short of amazing. And to that, I say thank you, Eric. Thank you for inviting me to experience this. This will forever change my life and how I think about our veterans. Cheers and drink up adventure.